Yellow and blue car actually.
Yeah, the fans.
To be precise.
So the secondary blue.
Zexo, take me.
Primary yellow.
Zexo, take me. Zexo. Take me here.
How did they feel when they got jumped by
It's on the way, Zexo, it's on
That
the way.
guy who was running away from us was the funniest one.
Yeah. He's like, why are you running?
Why are you running?
5 people are running behind him.
5 blue people with masks.
Imagine you were in that
Imagine you were in that situation in real life.
Yeah, what did he do? 5 people running behind you with bats.
Not die. Yeah, but an isolated bullet.
Coronavirus patient he was.
We are North Korea, man. North Korea, we are taking them out.
Yeah, with our hammers, fix it, Felix.
Yeah. Man, we can do this like with 8 people, like imagine.
Oh my god.
Like 8 people.
Salmin, the Grand Chair can carry 8 people?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Zexo, I thought you would take me to my car.
Salmin, did you search it up for the car that can...
I searched it.
I
carries this is the...
You know, I actually had that vehicle. I had that vehicle.
Yeah, which color was it, Adi? Was it red or black?
Full black.
You had, or do you have it right now?
I had it. I sold it.
This car carries the most people in the whole game. It's a car, not like... There's this boss.
Yeah, I'm gonna invite you on. I invited Rehan, I invited Siri, I invited...
Zexo,
offline mode. Zexo in offline mode.
By the way, I put mine as green, okay? Don't put green. I mean... What? I'm just saying normally.
No,
You never what? Copy.
No, I don't like it.
Oh, you can find Hakachu drags on the street.
Huh?
What are you hiding?
Hakachu, yes. Not Hakachu.
Wait, we can find Hakachu.
Is this the new Black Ops 4 update?
When was that?
Yeah.
I can.
Just search Lil Cow Shiver. Hey, my Black Ops stream is called, my GTA stream is called Black Ops 4 Grind. And then Amir is commenting, is this the new Black Ops 4 update?
Yes, new Black
Ops 4 update. Free roam update, you know?
Free roam. Free roam with blackout cars.
So what did we plan?
What
did we plan?
Off-road.
First change your outfits, dumbass.
Oh, I have off-road.
Bro, I found an amazing outfit.
Yeah, I found the green shit.
Bro, I found I found an outfit for 75k. I just bought it because it looks amazing. You guys will pop off when you see it now. So this looks...
Pop off, damn, chill out.
Wait, Adi, look at my outfit with my car.
I don't... Bro, you won't be... You have to see my outfit. Stop. Look at this.
Oh my god.
Look at this.
Damn.
75k. Nice.
How's mine?
You just look like army. It doesn't look like off-road.
Army off-road on...
Is it the army or even I'm wearing it?
Yeah, the green sweater shit.
Oh my god, why did
yeah.
Anything. I might actually join my your wish.
Adi, does my Mesa color look good?
I might actually both to
Is the color good?
Fine.
No budget.
Man.
Can you suggest me a good color? I don't know why. Make sure the primary and secondary are different colors, because secondary the thing pops out. The roll page. What am I saying? Roll cage pops out. So imagine if you put the primary as yellow, you can put the thing as like black, because it pops out. That's why. I mean, I'll show you something. Okay, wait 1 minute. This car is like Toyota Petrol Land Rover, man.
Bismillah.
Get lost.
Hello?
What?
Someone, if you thought that was funny,
Hey,
you
what's
should have
that?
seen what we were doing.
I'm inside, I'm inside, I'm
It's not
inside.
close, it's not close.
Okay.
You would die laughing.
Whatever.
Guys, I have to go after half an hour.
Hey guys, I'm already here. You just meet up here.
Meet up where?
You're in offline mode, I can't do it.
Look at it where I am.
Are you in offline mode?
Oh my god, I'm going to Salmin, bye.
Go to guys, go to me.
I
We'll
like
meet up here. We just need like a off car. What? Off-road car, right?
Off car, off white car. Yo, this shit is beautiful.
Where
But
are you?
we joined the perfect session.
Adi, see it, okay? When I come out towards it.
It's an invite only.
No, not this session. I'm talking about the last.
Oh, okay. Imagine we try to jump oppressors.
Yeah. Come here.
Come here, bull.
You know, imagine.
Adi.
Yeah, see, I told you.
I bought a car just for this occasion and I'm not even using it in this.
Use the Hellion.
Azur.
Wait, you're not using the Hellion?
Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. No, I bought some other car. Remember?
What?
Remember, I bought another car for off-road.
No!
Oh, it looks even better now. It looks even better.
But I wanted the hood, man.
Wow.
Are you gonna come here or no?
Go repair it.
On me, man.
No, Rehan! He broke my door, man. So I'm gonna break your door.
No, let's go.
Come here.
I bought another car, Adi, for this.
Osama, that's me, Osama. The guy Adi is chasing.
But I'm using the Hellion.
Bismillah! Oh, that's how you want to play it? Okay, buddy.
I saw it. I know it.
The Shaitan talks himself.
Okay.
I have the Sand King. I have many off-road cars.
Osama, what are you laughing at?
Where mama?
I use the same off-road car for everything, man.
I'm
What are you
watching
laughing
on
for?
the stream.
Oh, yeah, him destroying me, right?
Yeah.
You find that funny?
Yeah.
Sure.
Guys, all of
Just
so late,
putting
guys.
a bit of design on my hood, you know? It's a bit reddish. Red design.
Light up,
Red design.
get channel.
Red design, you know?
Enough. I'm serious. I'm serious. Enough. That's it, man. Let me call it.
Okay, call it in.
Hey, so all of you who are in the city, so you can reach faster, right? I'm gonna call all of you in the city.
What the hell, Adi? What just happened? Oh, clever dog.
Jackson, nice car, nice off-road car.
I know, bro, my best off-road car.
Where?
Let off-road car.
Oh, no.
It is
That's
off-road
the
car.
amazing off-road car.
Off-road car. It's like, oi.
Hey, drag race.
Okay, Adi. Okay.
Come here.
Oh,
Come here.
Jackson looks like a freaking firefighter vehicle, man.
What?
Let's go.
Hey, is that Santa? Santa!
Santa's here, boys. Let's go. Hey, good. I'm going to repair my vehicle, Habibi.
So I changed the color. It's not the normal one.
I'll repair my car first. F you niggas.
Okay, Adi. 3, 2,
Wait, where are you? What? No, wait. Okay, never mind.
Flare.
Hey, green light. When it goes to red light, go, okay? Go straight. When it goes to red light.
Guys, I'll invite to my facility, okay? Why? I'm in your fucking thing, Adi.
Acceleration is good for that guy.
I'm gonna leave your club, okay?
Okay, no. Let's just go to that.
Let's go by driving.
My arcade,
It'll look
arcade.
more cool. Let's go by driving. You know,
Yeah, let's go by driving, yeah.
Yeah.
It's much more fun. Adi,
Hey,
but
if you won't meet in the highway.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
and come quick, guys. Come quick.
Where are you guys?
Adi, fix your
I see
car.
them.
Adi.
Siri,
Meet me the
can you
highway.
drive
Adi,
this
meet me the
away?
highway. Adi, meet me the
Which highway? Left or right? Left or right?
Left.
Oh, actually, no,
Okay.
nothing.
West Coachy
Adi, I'm
side, yeah?
gonna
West
follow you,
Coachy
okay?
side.
Adi, go in speed
Yeah,
that I can follow
Adi,
you.
West Coachy, yes.
Hey, West
Change your
Coachy, yeah?
dress.
West Coachy, yes.
Hey, change your
dress.
outfit, just exactly.
Nah, fit, man.
Yeah, come as rich boy outfit.
Sexo's always with a drip.
You know, Flipper, I look cool, fam. I'm Flipper, mass nigga wearing this.
My man looks like my old aunt, 1980s billionaire aunt.
You remember that guy who tried to steal our car?
Oh, the auntie.
Yeah.
The auntie was about to pull out Siri, man. She was about to pull out Siri.
We pulled him out every time we came in.
What do you call? She saw Siri and boom, she started running away.
They come closer when they see me, by the way.
Nah, nigga, they went away from you. What are you? What is
This dude
someone
just said,
spit
"Que
out?
pasa de vuelta?"
Professional.
My god, this four-wheeled car. I
I'm on
swear.
2 wheels. Well, I was having on 2 wheels for more than 5 seconds.
Yeah. Walnut, this car can drive two wheels so well. The Misa.
Which?
It is one of the best vehicles to drive two wheel. I just, when you said two wheel,
How
all
do
the
you do it?
memories
How
just
do
came
you
back
do
to me.
it? How do you do it?
Huh? No, you need, you know that small ramp in the airport, yeah?
Yeah.
Do it from there.
And then go slow, right? Go slow.
Perfect.
Bye-bye.
Hey, can we go to the
Guys, Wallah,
Los
it's taking
Santos
too much
on
time.
the way?
No,
No.
it's a plan.
No, there's one
No.
Palito Bay. It's one Palito Bay.
Yeah, let's go to
Hey,
the...
slow down. Exactly. We're not
Okay,
going
Why
along.
do you want to
Don't
hit
customize
it
your
to me,
car
don't hit it to me,
anyways?
though. Don't hit it to
Why
me.
do you want to
It's
customize the car?
broken, it's broken.
No, it's no need to fix it. Anyways, we're gonna break it more.
But
It's
fully
extra
broken. It should look good when we start.
Okay, Rehan, catch up, man.
We're not there. Ali,
You want
come to my
push?
left. Ali, come to my left. Holy shit. Ali, come to my left. I don't
Hey,
The left.
where are we going? Palito Bay, where?
There you go.
Your arcade, sir.
Zexo, who's behind you?
I'm catching up.
Wait, we're going to buy.
Hey, sir,
Why?
why? You have issues. You
Go
have
to
issues.
Palito Bay, Los Santos.
You should go to the hospital.
Zexo,
Rahan,
Zexo,
you should-
Zexo.
no, Rahan, it's not funny. Right now, you should actually go to the hospital. I'm not kidding. You should actually go to the hospital.
Yo, look at me drive. Oh my god. Where is it, Adi? Where is it, Los Santos and
Oh,
Palito?
Adi.
Just follow.
I'm leaving my house. I'll do.
Is it the one
Adi, how to
we
change
were playing with?
Adi, how to change your nothing.
How to change the number plate?
Nothing.
Your character?
Adi, how to save your
Outfit.
yeah. My level
Press.
left.
Go to any clothing things and then press
My man's
square.
level
I mean,
100.
you
Save
don't
as
have
a
to
new
save,
outfit.
save this one. It's already saved as an outfit.
No, it's not.
My man's level 146 still doesn't know how to save an outfit.
I know, but then I
Hey,
only
Zexo,
know
go
how
on my
to-
right. I'll slow down.
Even
Go,
I
go,
forget.
go, go.
I mean, I swear even
Hey,
I
slow down a
forget
bit, a bit. Okay, go. Wait.
Yeah, I'm driving two wheels.
There you go. Let's go. Hey. Oh, perfect.
Adi, where is the nearest Los Santos customs? How much?
Come on, Adi, hold up in there. Why are you leaving out too?
Oh,
There you go. Perfect. Come on. Pretty
Guys,
good.
where is it? Adi, where is it?
of course. Hey, you need to pick up whoever's here. You need to pick up.
Pick up. Uber
Uber?
here.
Wait,
Uber
what
here.
happened to Zexo's car?
Nothing happened to my car. What do you mean?
Guys, I have to go in 30 minutes, so...
Uber.
Tell me, his off-road car is amazing, man.
I swear.
My baby is faster than
I'm
your car.
gonna go off-road, man. Actually, it's fun.
Hey, where is the Los Santos customs?
Just follow straight.
My baby free to pay.
Perfect.
Adi,
Oh, shit.
Boy,
Oh.
take that push.
Now
And
I don't
I-
have a door, man.
Now we have to go to Los Santos customs.
Bro, my car is still perfect, fam.
Weren't you already planning to go there? Smart ass.
No, Adi also has to.
No, I didn't have to. Now I have to.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Wait.
Guys, at what time
Oh,
do you need to sleep?
guys! Oh my god.
What?
Missed it, right?
Okay,
We
never
missed
mind.
it, right?
Never
So
mind.
we
Never
need
mind.
to go after
I almost jumped in the water.
Yeah.
Your tire at the back house is black.
Huh?
tire at the back.
Air coat,
Oh
air
yeah, yeah.
coats.
Sexo, no. When you change the tires, it changes. Like when you change the rim.
Wait, I changed my rim. Yeah, I changed my rim.
Is it its stock? Is it stock?
No, it's not stop.
I don't know. Then off-road rim, off-road rim.
Okay, I'll go
What is his rim? Is it high end? Imagine Cheetah RR on the Misa.
Oh shit. I'm gonna try. Why not?
What?
It'll actually look sick.
Nah, it won't look sick. Hey, slow down, guys.
Six was present.
Slow down, boss. Boss.
Okay, boss. I slow down. But tell the fat ass to slow down.
Yeah,
slow
there we
down.
go. I literally hold my L2 fam. What are you? Look, I see my
Six, look at my tire.
Take it
Look
easy.
at
Go,
my
go,
tire.
go, 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 go,
Six,
go,
look
go.
at my tire. Look how deformed it is in the front.
I'll block out.
Guys, it's not the time to
Oi.
block, man. You want to have the off-road thing or no?
Off-ride.
Yes.
Let's go off-ride.
Off-road, yalla, off-road.
Off-ride. Let's go off-ride, guys.
Guys, I'm gonna call the thing before all of you. It's mine.
Imagine I just closed the Los Angeles Customs.
Wait!
Oh no!
Guys, Los Angeles Customs
Hey,
closed.
no, Adi, no.
I'm going. I went in. How do I don't push into me?
I'm already in.
Man, my
done.
dad, the back is not changing for some reason. Why? Wheel type, okay, off road.
What? I'm
Oh,
on the map.
look where it pumped.
Why is it so glitched?
Guys, let's all park here and then start our way.
Adi, should I put a livery in my car?
What car is it?
What car do you think it is?
Helene?
Hey, Adi, park here.
Where are you?
You don't know how
Like,
much
park
money
it
I
one of
wasted
these,
today,
park it
man.
one of these.
So much money.
Hey, parking mode back, man.
So,
That's
that
wicked.
means so much is freaking $3, man.
$400,000.
Guys, my dad at the back is not changing.
That's low.
What the frick is that, Sylvie?
$1,000
Hey guys,
for
let's
like
all,
almost nothing.
everyone,
Hey guys, should I
everyone,
remove the hood?
park,
Should I
park.
remove the hood or should I not remove the hood?
I don't know
Keep the
yours.
hood, keep the hood.
Huh?
Keep the hood, it looks good. Hey guys, everyone park. Let's wait for CD.
I'm inside the Los Santos Customs.
Yeah, we're waiting for you
Guys,
outside.
hey, guys, Rahan, look at my back tire, look. See, it's white and look at my tires at the ground. Yeah,
Hey, no,
Where are you?
no, your back tire is the color of your secondary.
Look at all of these freaking
Oh,
Toyota Petrol and freaking
I understand, okay.
the Jeep Wrangler and stuff, and then Salveen with his BF400.
Salman looks like my kid's toy
Not
car.
BF400, the Dune buggy.
Sorry, Dune buggy, yes.
I'm faster than all of you combined.
Dude,
Okay, that's
buggy
too much.
wearing suit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dune
bro, the
buggy.
light looks sick. See his car?
Which one? Which light? Wait, let me also.
Enter from this side, enter from the side.
Wait, hey, no one guys, no one
Damn.
guys.
Salveen, why don't you get in my car?
It has a
My
petrol
car is
lining.
okay, family.
PTC.
No, then you can tell a story, Salveen. Because it's night.
Oh, bro, perfect timing. Guys, and we have double lights.
Get in my car.
Okay, me and Zetsu will go lead because we have the double lights.
I have double lights on top, but it doesn't work.
Exactly, that's sad.
Okay, Zetsu, I'll follow you. And then one of you follow us, guys. Go perfectly, okay? Zetsu, don't go quick.
Can you guys follow a route? Cause like,
Yeah, follow route.
no, you guys wait, one way.
Okay, slow down.
Hey, go back,
pull up,
opposite route,
pull up.
opposite route.
Where are we going? First of all, where are we going?
Chile.
I don't know.
Just follow me for now. When we enter Mount Chiliad, you guys lead, okay?
Fine.
Okay.
Go.
Don't go for speed.
Oh, how was like
He says don't go full speed, he tries to overtake me. Look at this.
No, I swear, by mistake.
Hey,
Okay,
The
you-
car is slow, okay, stay back.
Guys, no beef.
Hey, Zetsu.
Come on, I know what I'm doing. Where the hand chill out.
By mistake.
Rahan, you know what the hell, you
Slow
go
car,
front.
stay
Rahan, you go
back.
front. I know you're gonna hit me, so you go front. I don't want to get hit by Rahan.
Adi, why is your car slow? Am I taking your
so quick.
No, I just I let go. I was waiting for them. That's why.
What the hell? Hey, I'm pulling radius.
Okay,
Slow down.
slow
Go on,
down.
stories.
Story, oh yeah.
Very, very scary ones. Extra scary. Scary, spicy.
Okay, guys, we take the lead.
Wait.
But Siri, you'll be sleeping alone tonight.
Park on the side.
I don't care.
It's
Zetsu, I'll take lead, okay?
I'm
Wait.
taking F off.
Please.
Fine, go, I will go.
Okay, for these stories to work, you have to be quiet, okay?
Okay, guys, shut up.
And then,
Shut
guys,
up.
No,
If
ready,
you
no,
speak, I'm gonna kill you.
don't start. We have to take the lead first.
Bro,
Hey.
Rahan is going for
A poor girl is invited to a formal dance, but she can't afford a dress. She
Oh my-
rents a beautiful gown and is the ballet of the ball, but eventually gets dizzy from too much dancing, she thinks, and asks her date to take her home. The next morning, Her mother finds her dad.
Hey,
Dad.
Her mother finds her
guys,
dad.
I'll take lead.
Dad.
Come, follow. Go slow.
Like.
Dad.
Zach, slow.
Shut up, Rehan. Let us. Yeah, go on.
Hey, take a left.
And
Yeah.
asks her date to take her home. The next morning, her mother finds her dead. Turns out the dress she rented was stolen from a corpse before burial, and she was poisoned with embalming fluid that activated when she sweated slowly, stopping her blood flow.
The date gave her that dress?
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Oh shit, man.
Oh, my car's going
So
up.
she died a silent, painful
Help,
death.
push.
I'm gonna wait for you guys.
Man,
Yeah,
look
just
at
push
this
Push.
4v dash.
Push. Where do you
Man,
go?
how can your car not freaking go seriously?
Last one. But my car wasn't going, dude. I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting up the end.
Let me go on.
You know, let's go hard, like from the beginning. That's scary.
Hey, close your lights.
Adi, you stay behind me. Can you stay behind me, please?
Horrid.
Oh my god.
Man, look at these slow ass cars, man.
Yeah.
Adi, our Hellion can go from like
Two cowherds.
Yeah, I'll wait for them.
Two cowherds create a scarecrow.
Was that so sad? 1 minute, that's no
Why did
fun.
I get this dog? Why did I get this dog shit car?
I swear to
Oh, we climb a mountain. Look at it.
Yeah.
Wait.
Did you guys fall?
That's so
Oh
fun.
my god! Oh no!
Adi, help! My car is going.
Siri fell off. Guys, Siri fell all the way down, dumbasses.
I went to save him! Okay, Yamma, no problem. I can get up there, no problem. No.
Oh, man.
Okay, Selmin, go on.
Wait, Adi, wait.
Okay.
Oh my
Guys,
god.
shut up.
My car, help!
Okay, follow me, Zexo, follow me, look.
Two
Hold-
cowherds
hold
make a
space.
scarecrow.
Two cowherds create a scarecrow, effigy of a
And
farmer
drive my
that
car, just drive my
they
car.
hate, which they put outside during the daytime and bring into their hut at night. The reason for their hate.
Zexo, drive my car.
No, I'm driving
Ready?
this.
The reason for their hate.
You want to drive my Mesa?
The reason for their
I don't want to drive
hatred.
your car. You take
Guys,
my
can you
Mesa.
shut up? Yeah.
The reason for their hatred isn't mentioned, but we know that once the scarecrow counterpart is made, they laugh at him, speak at him,
No
curse him,
light.
beat
No
him,
light, no light.
Sorry, Simi, carry on.
beat him, and even smear food on him. One day, the scarecrow makes a sound that the men assume must have been a mouse living in his straw stuffing. They consider throwing him in the fire, but decide instead to leave him behind when they move their herd. One night, before they're set to leave, they notice that Horrid has grown larger, and the next day he gets up and begins pacing. The men are understandably shaken and decided to leave with their cows right then. Horrid has
What
vanished
the
by the time
hell,
they
guys?
By the time they leave.
What are you doing in this?
Take this way.
Adi, thanks
Okay,
for pushing me always.
So when they realize they've forgotten the milking stool, they draw straws and one man returns to get it. When he doesn't come back, the other goes looking for him, only to see Horrid on the roof of their hut. As
Only what?
Alfred
Only
watched,
to see?
only to see Horrid on the roof of their hut. As Alfred watched, Tetchwald's story ends with Horrid kneeled and stretched out a bloody skin to dry in the sun.
Ah!
What am I hearing?
I have to go and find him.
Same
Yeah,
here.
how can't you drive that Hellion up this way?
It's not moving. It's not
A
moving.
young girl
Oh,
named
that's
Lisa.
Rehan?
Yeah.
On the Hellion, no wonder he was freaking.
A young,
Oh my
a
god.
young,
No.
a young.
Guys.
I told the girl time.
A young
girl named Lisa often had to spend time alone at home at night. As her parents worked late, they bought her a dog to keep her company and protect her. One night, Lisa was awakened. One night, Lisa was awakened by a dripping sound. She got up and went to the kitchen to make sure the tap was off. As she was getting back into the bed, she stuck her hand under the bed and the dog licked it. The dripping sound continued, so she went to the bathroom and made sure the tap was turned off there too. She went back to her bedroom and stuck her hand under the bed and the dog licked it again. But the dripping continued, so she went outside and turned off all the faucets out there. She came back to bed, stuck her hand under it and the dog licked it again. The dripping continued. Drip, drip, drip. This time she listened and located the source of the dripping. It was coming from her closet. She opened the closet door and there found her poor dog hanging upside down with his neck cut. Written on the inside of the closet door was, "Humans can lick too."
Okay, Salmi, pause. Salmi, pause. Guys, listen, I saw this post, okay? Like, so these friends in GTA, they took a selfie, and like years later, they went to the same spot, real life, and like took an actual selfie. Would you do that?
Yeah, let's go here in 2025.
Guys, do you have any idea what happened to me, guys? Guys, do you have any idea what happened to me?
Hey, who's this idiot?
It's impossible to drive. Look what am I?
Oh my god!
Okay, guys,
That's what I'm coming for you.
I have top, man. I have top big time.
I'm falling off a mountain.
Oh my god.
Baby, to wish you.
Okay, Salmin, continue.
Okay. The next story. It's called I Won't Say It. One night, a woman went out for drinks with her girlfriends. She left the bar fairly late at night and started driving home on the deserted highway. She noticed a pair of headlights in her rear view mirror approaching at a pace.
Oh my!
Idiot!
Get in, Salmin.
Salmin, get in!
There's a car here?
Yeah, continue. She noticed
a pair of headlights in her rear view mirror, approaching at a pace just slightly quicker than hers. As the car pulled up behind her, she glanced and saw the turn signal on. The car was going to pass when suddenly it swerved back behind her, pulled up dangerously close to her tailgate and flashed its lights. Now she was getting nervous. The lights dimmed for a moment, and then the brights came back on.
Yeah, the lights, yeah.
And the brights came back on. And the car behind her surged forward. The frightened woman struggled to keep her eyes on the road. Finally, she turned onto the exit. The car continued to follow, flashing its lights periodically. Through every spotlight and turn, the car followed her until she pulled into her driveway. She figured her only hope was to make a mad dash into the house and call the police. As he jumped out of the car, so did the driver of the car behind her, and he screamed, "Lock the door and call the police! Call 911!" When the police arrived, the horrible truth was finally revealed to the woman. The man in the car had been trying to save her. As he pulled up behind her and his headlights illuminated her car, he saw the silhouette of a man with a butcher knife rising up from the back seat. Silhouette. Yeah.
So she died?
No, he saved her.
Oh. Hey, don't go to the water, idiot!
No, this water we can go.
Oh shit.
Oh, this we left.
This water
what is the silhouette?
Silhouette, it's like in a nuclear, like the people get disintegrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, if we imagine there's a guy next to a wall, if there was nuclear blast next to him, his body particles would get disintegrated and there would be like a shadow of him on the ground. Not on the ground, or on the ground or on the wall, or like, you get what I mean.
What do you watch?
Yeah.
There's a shadow
Silhouette
of him.
is basically a shadow.
Yeah, but like,
like-
a shadow, but like the person isn't there.
Yeah. Silhouette is like a shadow, an
Person
alive,
is or isn't
and
there?
a shadow that is
Isn't.
alive.
Oh my god.
No, it's not alive, but then it's like a silhouette.
Jack, don't try to hit me.
Help me!
Jack, don't try to hit me.
Okay, tell me.
Two dormmates in college were in the same science class.
Is Rehan, get
The
out.
teacher had just reminded them about the midterm the next day when one dormmate, let's call her Julie, got invited to a party by the hottest guy in school. The other
Hey, there's a
dormmate
campfire here. Wallah, there's a campfire here. Campfire
had
here.
pretty much no interest in going,
There's a
and
campfire
being a
here.
diligent student, took notes on the material that would appear.
Oh, let's
in
go to the
midterm.
campfire. Wait, Silvin. Continue your story. But
I mean, you guys are pretty far away. Oh my
no,
god.
I'll come. Don't worry.
Look
After
funny, guys.
spending all her time flirting with her date, Julie was totally unprepared for her
Are they
test.
sleeping?
Just park
Adi.
behind you,
I mean, Salmin.
Yeah.
Let me call my buzzard. Wait.
At the end of the day,
Hey, Adi, wallahi, Adi, if you do it.
Julie spent hours
Adi,
getting
if you do
ready
it. Adi, I
for the
swear.
party while
Adi,
Meg started studying.
Adi,
Yeah. Hey, guys, can you shut
Okay,
up,
okay,
please,
okay.
for once?
See,
Yeah,
it
go
says
on.
we have to kill you.
I know, I left the MC, that's why.
At the end of the day, Julie spent hours getting ready for the party while Meg started studying.
Get into my buzzard, Salmin.
Okay.
Yes, Salmin, continue.
Let me listen to
Campfire
this.
stories.
You do not have access to this vehicle. Okay, I'll get mine. Oh, but then I want to be able to.
Wait, I'll hire you.
Man, Adi, come on, man, please.
Yeah,
get
come.
out, please.
First, I have to leave them. Adi, I can't abandon you.
Adi, no, that's a no. Yo, what the hell is this,
Hey,
guys?
I have to kill
What
you.
the frick is this? What
See,
the
I have
frick
to
is
kill
this?
you.
Yeah,
Oh,
lucky.
gang attack.
I'm
This is
sorry,
gang
I
attack,
have to
this is gang attack you. Kill him, don't die by him. This is gang attack,
You
I'm
sent-
dipping. This is gang attack, I'm dipping.
Hey, you pussy.
That's this, I am dipping, bro. He killed me.
Leave us, yeah, wow.
He killed me.
Finally, I can. Okay,
Adi,
get
you
me.
started it.
No.
The guy's the aimbot.
Hey, can I add fire to the fire?
Smart ass.
Okay, Salmin, continue.
It's like saying
She was studying, yes.
Oh my.
you started a big fire.
At the end of the day, Julie spent hours getting ready for the party while Meg started studying.
How do you know
Julie
that?
tried
Adi?
to get Meg.
No,
Julie
Adi,
tried.
no, please, no.
Rehan, shut up.
Okay,
man.
sorry.
Julie tried to get Meg to go, but Meg insisted that she needed to study and pass the test. Julie went to the party and had the time of her life with her date. She headed back at the dorm around 2 a.m. and decided not to wake Meg up. She went to bed nervous about the midterm and decided she would wake up early to ask Meg for help. In the morning, Meg was lying on her stomach, apparently sound asleep. Julie rolled her over to reveal Meg's terrified face. Julie, concerned, turned on the desk lamp. Meg's study stop was still open and had blood all over it. Meg had been slaughtered.
No, Adi, no.
Huh?
Julie, in horror, fell to the floor and looked up to see written on the wall in Meg's blood, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light?"
Oh my god.
No!
Baby, if you wish you.
Serial driving sucks, honestly.
I know. Yeah, it's sort of normal. I was paying attention to your story. That's all.
Guys, even though it's night, look now it's morning.
خلاص man.
Then we'll continue.
Oh, it's reacting.
Yeah, that's...
Oh.
What?
No.
My great... My
Adi, you don't know
great-
that the exhaust.
I'm a boss.
Just shut up, please. Yeah, you're great.
My great-great-grandmother, ill for quite some time, finally passed away after lying in a coma for several days. My great-great-grandfather was devastated beyond belief, as she was his one true love, and they had been married for over 50 years. They were married so long it seemed as if they knew each other's enormous thoughts. After the doctor pronounced her death, my great-great-grandfather insisted that she was still alive. They had to pry him away from his wife's body so that they could get ready for her burial. Back in those days, they had backyard burial plots and did not drain the body of its fluid. They simply prepared a proper coffin and buried the body in its coffin, in its permanent resting place. Throughout this process, my great-great-grandfather protested so fiercely that he had to be sedated and put to bed. Finally, his wife was buried. That night, he woke to a horrific vision of his wife hysterically trying to stretch her way out of the coffin. He phoned the doctor immediately and begged to have his wife's body exhumed. The doctor refused, but my great-great-grandfather had this nightmare every night for a week, each time frantically begging to have his wife removed from the grave. Finally, the doctor gave in, and together with local authorities exhumed the body. The coffin was pried open, and to everyone's horror and amazement, my great-great-grandmother's nails were bent back, and there were bloody scratch markers on the inside of the coffin.
What?
I mean, is this real?
No, yeah, it's real.
No, is this fictional stories?
She was alive. She was alive, Salmin. She was. Come here. I'll beat you up.
She was alive. Alive.
She was alive.
Alive.
Okay, go read another one.
Okay.
Oh no.
Alive.
Oh no.
Alive.
Oh
She was
no.
alive, Salmin.
And show me Haida.
A teenage boy drove his date to a dark. A teenage boy drove his date to a dark and deserted lover's lane for a make-out session. After turning on the radio for mood music, he leaned over and began kissing the girl. A short while later, the music suddenly stopped and an announcer voice came on, warning in an urgent tone that a convicted murderer had been escaped from the state's insane asylum.
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 Alright, fine.
Asylum.
I always fuck this up. Asylum.
Adi, can I try?
Which happened to not be very far away. And that anyone who noticed a strange man lurking about with a hook in place of his right hand should immediately report his whereabouts to the police.
Adi.
The girl became frightened and asked to be taken home. The boy, feeling bold, locked all doors instead and assured his date they would be safe. Attempted to kiss her again. She became frantic and pushed him away, insisting that they leave. The boy finally jerked the car into gear and spun its wheel as he pulled away. When they arrived at the girl's house, she got out of the car and, reaching to close the door, began to scream. Uncontrollably, the boy ran to her side to see what was wrong, and there, dangling from the door handle, was a bloody hook.
50k.
Hey, say wallah.
Allahu Akbar.
Are they gonna use it for? What? I just life somehow. Oh, okay. I understand now. Hey, why are you shooting at me, man? Hey, chill. Imagine me CEO. Oh, Habibi.
Hey, I didn't pay anything, Adi. MashaAllah, what is jumping?
What did I do?
Jackson broke it.
No, what I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit.
Hello, excuse me.
Save me, Adi, save me. I'm so sorry.
Excuse me. In front.
Show me a story. I mean,
Okay.
sing me a story. I mean, what am I
Sing
saying?
what? Sing?
I'm so sorry.
Again and okay.
And let me to see you.
There once was a 10-year-old.
Sorry to interfere. Can you invite me to see you or something?
Why?
I thought you had to go on.
It's okay.
There once was a 10-year-old girl with braids. The girl had
Let me in.
braids. B-R-A-I-D-S. Braids. Don't tell me.
Yes.
Alright, continue.
The girl had been wearing her braids in a ponytail for the longest time. And the braids were old. At least 2 to 3 months old. And the girl's mother never took them down to wash them.
I'll look into it.
The girl had been complaining to her mother about having a headache for about 2 weeks. Her mother just brushed it off, assuming that the girl had just bumped her head on something. One morning, while getting ready for school, the child again began complaining to her mother. Again, her mother brushed her off. At school, the girl told her teacher that her head was hurting. The teacher assumed that the braids were too tight in the child's hair and attempted to let the ponytail down. And when she let the braids loose, the teacher saw a spider in the child's hair. The spider had laid eggs in the child's hair, and the spiders were eating her scalp. The girl was rushed to the hospital, where she later died.
Salmin, don't read these kind of questions, Salmin. Stories.
She died, what?
Salmin! The spider was eating her skull.
Adi, carry, the rest, Adi, go to Mark, Adi, go to Mark. Turn around, please, no. Adi, turn around.
My God.
I died. How?
Even I died.
Yeah, Salmin, more.
A young couple, both 18, decided they would get married after they finished high school. The father of the bride lived in high school. Lived what?
Lived in high school, mashallah.
The father of the bride lived in Palm Beach in a mansion and was able to afford a big wedding for them. To make a long story short, they got married and the wedding was beautiful. After the wedding, they had a big reception in the old building and everyone got fairly drunk. When there were about 20 people left, the groom decided that they should play hide and seek. Everyone agreed and the groom was it. While he covered his eyes, they all found a hiding spot. And after about 20 minutes, in, everyone had been found except the bride. The guests looked everywhere and tore the whole place apart looking for her. A few hours later, the groom was furious, thinking the bride was playing a terrible trick on him. Eventually, everyone went home. A few weeks later, the groom, having filed a missing persons report, gave up looking for her. Heartbroken, he tried to go on with his life.
I've been broke so many times.
3 years later, a little old woman was cleaning up the old building where the reception had been held. She happened to be in the attic and noticed an old trunk.
Old what?
Trunk.
Trunk, okay.
She dusted it off and, out of curiosity, opened it. She screamed at the top of her lungs, ran out of the building and called the police. Apparently, the bride had decided to hide in the trunk for the game of hide and seek. When she sat down, the lid fell, knocking her unconscious and locking her inside. She suffocated after a day or so. When the old woman found her, she was rotting, her mouth hanging open in the shape of a scream.
What?
That even might be true.
Tell me, is it real?
I don't know, maybe it's true.
Go on, let's just say it's real anyways.
One summer day in Southampton. Yeah?
Southampton, okay.
Siri, I'll tell you something what happened real. Like in Kerala, you know apartments, right? Apartments.
Yeah.
So basically, the one girl, like one family, they had a daughter and a son. Okay, son is like 2 years old, and the girl is like going to school. And then when she was going to school, the small son waved, okay, through the balcony or you understand, right?
Yeah.
And like like the metal things which hold up the balcony.
Yeah.
To hold your hands in like stuff. Yeah. So basically, the child slid through it and fell off the building.
How can he slid
This child is so small and like the railings were pretty big.
Okay, Salman.
Like you can put your head through it.
One summer day in Southampton, New York, a woman pulled into a gas station. As the attendant pumped gas, the woman told him she was in a hurry to pick up her daughter,
That's true.
who had just
Can you
finished
stop
an
the car?
art class in East Hampton. A
Can you
well-dressed
look at
man
me in
walked
first
over
person?
and started talking to her. He
you
explained
looking?
that his rental car had died and he
Are you
needed
looking?
a ride to East Hampton for an appointment. She said,
We just
said-
like
she said she would be happy.
Goodbye, guys.